My thoughts on Rishikesh. I've been here for approximately a few days, but I instantly know the vibe of the place as soon as I step foot off the airport and go into the city. I'm in the city. I'm in Tapovan. And I'm going to share with you what my experiences are. Is this the most powerful yoga place in the world? Is this some extraordinary place that you must visit and there's nothing like it in the planet? Unfortunately, the answer is no. Okay, no. Straight up, no. I don't know what the history of this place is. Some people have told me this is the most amazing yoga place in the world. Definitely, and this and that, this Rishikesh and some powerful place. It's not. Sorry, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I can see Kashi. I've watched many YouTube videos about Kashi and learned about Kashi, and I've never been to Kashi, but that place is like walls of energy have been built there. That's a truly profound place. There's nothing like it on the planet, not even close. There are places that are a small proportion of that, but that's a whole city like that, energy-wise. Then there are other places I've been to South India and Coimbatore. I've climbed the Vilangiri Hills, which are known as the Kailash of the South, 4 times this year in the time span of about 2 months. I've been inside of the Isha Yoga Centers, spent some time there, and was in the vicinity of that for quite some time. And let's talk about Coimbatore first. Coimbatore is like a temple in and of itself. I thought the whole continent of India was like that, and to some small extent it is. I'm willing to guess that South India is like that, because generally the history, and unfortunately, is because the northern part of India has been invaded so many times, and so much of this has been destroyed. And if you destroy temples and you destroy the science behind this and the books and whatever else has been written, then people lose this knowledge, and slowly the spiritual side of it goes. Does this mean that there are no spiritual beings here? Does it mean that there's nothing? No, this is also a very fantastic place. Comparatively speaking to, let me stay on topic. So Coimbatore is like a temple in and of itself. As I'm walking on the land, walking on the actual ground itself, it feels pranic. It's alive. So much energy work has been done there. So many beings, every single day, they have some spirituality in them. And it just doesn't go away. It goes into the actual fabric of space around you. It goes into the walls, it goes into the ground. And it's a phenomenal experience to walk on something like that. It makes you aware of the possibilities. Oh my God, wow, this could be something so huge, so massive. If this just continues on, you can literally live like you're in heaven, but on earth. You can make heaven with energy. And then, of course, walking up Vilangiri Hills, that's the most energetic place that I've ever been to, closely compared to the Isha Yoga Center. The Isha Yoga Center is man-made, built. The energy there is so fantastic, so alive. It's like you're walking through walls of energy. It is crushing you. It's touching you everywhere. It's pressuring you. It feels very nice. I'm saying words that may be construed as bad, but that's not. It's remarkable. It's wonderful. And that's exactly how human beings should live. And then, so I had to leave Coimbatore, and I took a plane, and I landed in Mumbai. And just seeing Mumbai from up above, I was, wow, this is tragic, horrible. I'm seeing slums almost, and people have tarps over it, and the airport is touching down. And I'm thinking that we're going to touch down inside of the huts or inside of the slums, but it wasn't. It was just that kind of airport, and the people that are living right next to the airport is just, I don't know how you manage to live like that. It's quite painful, but that's just the conditions of planet Earth. What can you do? Okay. In fact, Sadhguru said something funny. He said, he was talking about death, and he's saying, if you really pay attention to your mortality and really investigate how this system is and what happens after this, you wouldn't be living in a place like Mumbai. He said this, and I laughed. And I thought to myself, yes, of course, because it's not just Mumbai, some bad place. I haven't been there, except took a quick bus around the city to go to the next terminal and also be in the airport and see from above. But I can tell this is just like any other city. It's just chaotic. Maybe it's a little bit more chaotic because the population of India is so dense, so intense. So leaving Mumbai aside, I went from Mumbai to Dehradun Airport, Uttarakhand. That's where I am. Excuse me for my pronunciation. And then I took a taxi from the airport, Jolly Grant Airport, to Rishikesh, and and I drove through Rishikesh, trying to get to where I am now, Tapovan. And Sadhguru talked about Tapovan in some way. I think he said that he went to some temples here, and I'm sure there are some powerful temples, no doubt. But the actual space of it, the actual space of this whole city and this neighboring city, Rishikesh, and this whole place, is nothing significant. When I say nothing significant is like Toronto or New York City or Los Angeles or virtually any, and I mean that, any Western culture, Western city. It's like, okay, you built some little fancy thing, I'll clap for you, because instead of building this little concrete house, you build that concrete house. Oh, what an engineering marvel. Who cares? You're at the lowest intelligence level that this human thing has available. In terms of what is available here, so many things. Doesn't matter. So you build some nice condominiums or some apartments. Oh wow, let's woohoo. That's no big deal. And I'm not saying that just because, okay, yeah, it's survival, it's taken care of, and it's very nice. Let's all clap and congratulate that these Western cities, no one is really, it's nice, okay? It's clean, and there's not many homeless people. There are homeless people everywhere. But it's not some big issue, and people are there, friendly and nice, and you have food to eat and a place to stay, and everything is it's organized. That's what it is. It's organized. But in terms of the energy, there is no energy. No one knows what they're doing there. You go to some church, maybe they have some signs there, and the church can become energized, but not to the power of any of the Indian temples. Pretty much any Indian temple is like, whoa, that's a real experience that you have to go into. So similarly, this city, there's not much here. The actual vibe of the city, yes, I can definitely feel and see this is a spiritual place, and it is touching that a little bit. It's here, but not like Coimbatore, not like that. And I'm willing to say even not like Chennai. I've been to Chennai also in the airport, just the airport, and I was walking on the land. Oh wow, this is something else. This place also has this, but again, maybe it's because of it's closer up north. It has a different vibe. It's not, definitely this is the case, because in the Isha Yoga Center, or that whole area, it's in the 11 degree latitude, or where it's the centrifugal force is at its minimal, or it's at its maximum, or there's no pull to the north or no pull to the south. You're kind of just balanced, and it feels amazing. It feels like gravity works differently there. Well, obviously it does. And then you move more to the north, it gets more skewed, and now I definitely feel I'm out of that vicinity, and I'm here. That's one thing. Second thing is that it's colder. It's supposed to be colder because we're farther away from the equator. It's not the case. It's extremely hot here. I don't know how. That's the second reason. Third reason, almost likely, is because the northern part of India has experienced so many more invasions than the southern India has, and not as many things got damaged. Lots of things got damaged here compared to southern India. So one thing that this place has going for it is, of course, it's close to is the Ganga River. Ganga. It's the most energetic, alive water body I've ever touched. That's alive, meaning it's it's like a being. I've been to the Surya Kund and the Isha Yoga Center. That place is, wow, that's something that I would like to swim in every day. That's something that I would like to make a part of my life, like every day. This is just, you take a shower, but I want to go inside of this kind of body of water. So I will make this happen for myself with solidified mercury in the future. But this Ganga is not only an alive being, it's a river, it's a being, I don't know how to say it. It is also energetically charged. It's something else. Oof, it's so nice to think about it. Unfortunately, yesterday I swam here today. I went swimming. I made a video about it. And I didn't go into the right appropriate place, and the energy wasn't as strong as when I was in the first place. Oh, that was just phenomenal. I'm probably going to go back there again. For sure I will. And what's unfortunate is that it's so dirty. It's so filthy. That's just the nature of life, is that humans' priorities are at certain levels, and so much garbage is being thrown on the floor here, and this needs to be handled. So please, if you're an Indian person, don't throw trash on the floor, don't throw garbage on the floor. I was seeing this on top of Valangari Hills. It's like the most magical nature spot that there is on planet Earth. One of the most. It's been energized by Shiva himself. It's like you're sitting in the home of Shiva, inside of Shiva's home, and then people are just opening a wrapper on top of the hill, sitting on the rock. Wind is blowing. Yeah, I'm gonna get a little cookies here. Let me peel this wrapper, and then they just toss it into the wind, and then it just blows it off. I wanted to do something else to them. Okay, I wanted to say something, but I'm not in my own country. I didn't feel it was appropriate. It's like, oh my god, and everyone's doing that. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Okay. Put it in your pocket, throw it in the appropriate place. That thing is going to be floating around. Some animal's going to eat it. It's never going to decompose for thousands of years. Why are you doing that? Okay? It's your home. Why are you littering in your home? Don't do that. Okay? Today, I'm swimming in the river and the sky is becoming dark. It's becoming scary. I'm like, oh my god, something can happen here. And the wind started blowing intensely, so much wind, and I'm looking in the sky and it's just trash. It's like a little tornado of garbage, and the garbage on the floor and all the plastic wrappers and everything people are throwing on the floor. Come on, guys, stop it. Don't do this. Just clean up after yourselves. Clean up this whole country. Don't throw trash on the floor. It's gonna be so much better. It's literally like I was thinking, maybe this was like this a couple of decades ago or centuries ago, that when India was so prosperous, likely this is the reason why, when the English people came here and certain things happened, then all this kind of went away, and so India's condition has not been the best, although it's growing rapidly, and I'm very glad that it is. And I hope in the next 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, this is going to change massively, and it changes with you as an individual. If you're an Indian person watching this, if you're watching me from India, please do yourself a favor and stop polluting the nature. You can't get it. It's so simple, so basic. I understand you because I'm from Ukraine. That's where I was born. That's where I grew up, and that's the same thing there. That was just like my culture. It's not my culture. It's just that when people don't have food to eat properly, your concern is, I'm going to throw it in the proper place. So lots of organization has to happen. So it wasn't like that either there. And I remember just as a young kid, me peeling a wrapper and throwing it on the floor, I just felt, this is wrong. I shouldn't be doing this. But everyone else is doing it, and I guess this must be the right thing. So throw it in the trash, throw it on the floor. And then after I came to Canada, it was one of the first things that someone told me, like, hey, we don't litter here, we don't do that here. Okay, I understand. I'm not going to do that. And I haven't done that since. I haven't thrown anything on the floor in years, decades. Decades, probably more than a decade. So don't do this, please. Okay? If it's an organic thing, throw it it's okay, because it'll decompose, you're helping the nature. But if it's plastic or anything else or pollution, just throw it in the appropriate place. Also, it makes me understand that all this filth is going into the river, and I'm swimming in not so clean water. That's besides the point. So that's enough about Rishikesh. Still, I'm here. I'll be here for some days now. Some people have told me there's some powerful yoga place. It is, because subtly I feel that maybe it's because so many yogis have done yoga here, physical yoga, I mean. That's not what yoga is, actually. Yoga isn't stretching, but this land definitely helps you to, this particular land in India, it definitely helps you to strengthen your body, stretch your body. It kind of rewards you for that, and it's more conducive here, which in South India it wasn't. I didn't feel like that. It wasn't like that. It was more of an energy thing, So here, the body is more available for you to use. That's what I'm saying. And so next, my plan is to go to Kedarnath. And I probably will go there, maybe, most likely. I want to see that place. I don't know if I'm going to hike there or take a helicopter there. I prefer to take a helicopter, so I might have to book in advance. I need to figure that out. And wish me luck. See you soon. Wherever you are. If you're in India, shout out to you. You're in a most wonderful land. Also, this is a side note, but it's the amount of people here also. Come on. Keep it in your pants. Human beings aren't a scarce resource. Like, oh my God, we need to make more because we're so scarce. No. I don't know why we're all doing this. Just don't do this. So overcome this temptation of lust and whatever, wanting to duplicate yourself, reproduce. It's okay. You don't have to do this. The world has lots of human beings. That's it, my friends. Pay me $1,000. I'll awaken your Kundalini energy. Just come towards me. Come, trust me. You gotta come. You gotta contact me. You gotta be in my vicinity. We gotta talk face to face in some way. I promise you, it'll be very useful, very beneficial for you. I'll change your life. I'll transform your life. That's it. Shiva Shambho. Touch.